this up. You asked for a series that was centered around him. We're getting it.
It's true. You know, I've been really excited about Hoya's ability to frontline. I think he does a great job of taking space. I have no idea how he is going to play on a Varus.
Invade at level 2. It might be Xiaohao who's pulling the trigger early here.
I do not hate this. I do not hate it at all. Pyjamas is already all over the play. Even at level 1, he's got a lot to bring to the table. And Xiaohao, level 2, is going to shut down Awesome for first blood. That is a clean execution and already a big win for EDG. But Care's roamed out. Guan should be able to get this blue buff.
Yeah, he should be able to, but Pyjamas is making his way up here. They want to fight this.
Smite's steal actually goes through as Care picks up the blue buff. And Xiaohao, low but not finished off, has Guan in a corner, 1 HP, and taken down by Angel. A teleport in by Hoya. This is a level 4 Varus into 3 people, and I am having a nightmare right now, K-Man. My Varus has just died.
Prioritized here. Prioritized, I should say, by EDG. Xiaohao wants to try and invade, but there's nothing to take.
But he wasn't spotted. Nobody actually knows that he's here, despite 2 red wards. So Xiaohao should be able to shut down Hoya once again.
We'll see if Xiaohao wants to make his way into the area.
One picks up 1. Going for the second is where EDG really wants to engage, and they're going to do so. Guan does get flashed on, but there's no follow-up at all. Xiaohao's on a completely different page in a completely different book. Care teleports up. Second Void Grub goes over to NIP.
Pyjamas going in, imagining he's got teammates around him, and Xiaohao's in the area, but there's no Angel, there's no Leave, there's no damage. Asterisk for Hoya, and Xiaohao's making his way up.
Yeah, Hoya is no longer having fun. He may no longer be able to play League of Legends. Still flashless and lifeless. That is just a slam dunk for EDG.
Yeah, no dragon, no problem. We're happy taking the top lane turret. We're not going to worry too much about that. Leave is in the area. He's spotted out.
Guan's going to go for this. Actually channels the ultimate as well. Has Zhuo for backup. Mostly CC at the moment, but the knockback on Leave should be enough to secure the kill. Barrier, not going to do much but delay the inevitable as Guan does pick up the kill. Plus 360 for him, and NIP with a few plates on the bot side.
First dragon, or the second dragon, I should say, of the game here. This will be their second as well, so the stacking has begun. It's going to be Cloud Soul this game, which could be relevant for Ahri and Yunara, 2 champions that I think really benefit from that. You know, definitely some positives here for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Well, could go for the engage here, but it would be risky, especially with the amount of members of NIP that are still around. Guan's going to go for the camp, but Leave is in the area as well. Has to be careful about what he does with Awesome at his back. Ends up channeling the curtain call right on top of NIP. Takes Guan low. As Guan flashes away, he gets shuffled right back in and taken down. Nice job to find the kill, and Pyjamas is going to help clean up the last one with Xiaohao. That is a double kill for the Jarvan and a really nice finish for EDG on a fight that NIP started.
That is a massive
flash chain
win.
corruption. Leave! 1 HP! Awesome flashes for it. There is an answer here. There is hope for NIP.
And ZDZ's not safe either. This guy's going to go down. Awesome is pumping out the damage here. And just as I was about to praise EDG, Leave does what Leave does best, and he gets caught in the mid lane. Live through all of it. If Angel is able to continue to free fire on the Azir, things get easy. Teleports now on the Azir again, though.
And with Leave having overextended moments ago, where would we be if we didn't get another one? That is a kill going over to Hoya for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
For NIP to walk up, they have no tank. They have no way to face check this. This is where their comp really falters.
Flashes available really only for Leave in terms of immobile carries. Also got one for the Ahri, so possible to make a play, especially if Guan goes for the engage, and he will, right onto Angel. Emperor's Divide, not going to do a whole lot. Cataclysm right on top of it to try and peel for the carries, but it will be NIP to secure the first kill, make it the second, make it the third as ZDZ goes down. It is a double kill for Care, who looks for Leave underneath the tower, but now as ZDZ chasing him down, beating him up, ZDZ gets aggressive, doesn't finish off the kill. Curtain call, not going to find anybody either. Everyone disengaging, and NIP drop 1 member to trade 4 on EDG.
Beautifully played by Ninjas in Pyjamas. It's Guan and Care that really step up in that fight. Guan landing the key ultimate onto a priority target and Angel on the back line. As Leave once again, is he getting caught mid?
We should note, would be a quick one were it to happen.
Yeah, they certainly burst it down a lot quicker than some other teams that we've seen. Hoya's going to be able to pick up some turret gold. The split push Varus is working out right now on the top side of the map.
Crazy work in that moment, and demonstrating the nice scaling and side lane potential that a top lane Varus can have.
Yeah, I mean, the Varus is trying to get online, but did he overextend? Xiaohao's in the area.
They don't have to think about a fight. They can just do the objective.
This is Seoul. There is no way you can give this up for free. You have to contest.
Will Xiaohao be able to do it? 2,000, 1,000, and Seoul taken by NIP. ZDZ's come in. ZDZ has no real way to engage. Pyjamas, however, does. In comes the Magnet Storm. NIP's front to back is lethal, though, as Hoya and Awesome shoo through the members of EDG. Care is able to escape after disrupting Leave. Does eventually fall, but it is still Awesome and Hoya, the two-man army, now backed up by Guan, who gets shuffled backwards. Emperor's Divide peeling for the rest of EDG, as ZDZ, already having been popped into the passive, will expire, leaving NIP with a numbers advantage, but most importantly, the soul that they just picked up and a team fight win. Easy, who is relegated to bot lane purgatory with Hoya, and he is not having a good time of it. However, goes on the engage. Hoya's still here, and now, with Leave in the mix, that's a nice pickup for a kill. EDG making something out of nothing.
They're absolutely right. ZDZ is not here. Xiaohao's in base. This thing is gone.
Steal it? No. A man can dream. Tell that a little bit differently, because Angel really does have to be the focus here. EDG have all of their damage, all of their eggs in this basket. Well, the fight starts off with a little bit of skirmishing on ZDZ in the river. It's not going to be too big of a problem for EDG. However, big engage from Pyjamas opens things up. Xiaohao goes in with the Cataclysm as well, but Hoya's still alive in the backline. Angel's unable to access the fight, starts trying to walk in, but it is Awesome and Hoya chewing through EDG once again. ZDZ does get aggressive in the passive, but is unable to do much, and Awesome, with that final auto, will seal the deal on Angel. A triple kill for Awesome, and NIP take the fight, ignore the Elder Dragon, and look for the end of the game.
It's perfect from NIP. It looks like a great engage from EDG, but they just don't have the positioning to be able to follow up on it. Who but Hoya in this final moment to capitalize and step up and do so much damage. Awesome, of course, getting a triple kill. The double marksman duo coming in clutch as they march down to take down these Nexus turrets and take down the game.
Pyjamas actually goes for the engage. I did not expect that, but NIP rightfully just completely ignore it. They have the damage, they have the numbers, and they have game number 1. NIP experiment, and it comes up huge for them.
It's really interesting, right? Because the idea behind this is that you're able to punish the Kai'Sa a little bit. Kai'Sa's big disadvantage is her lack of range, and Tristana wants to try and get up close and personal with you. In a lot of these trading patterns, Nico as well, to get chunked out, and Xiaohao over the wall could make a big difference.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. Invis, flash, and first blood. That is just clean Wukong play. Any chance of contesting Dragon. The fact that they take this so early as well does mean the ninjas in Pyjamas have an even better shot at looking at later objectives. Void Grub's still 2 minutes away, so if they play their cards right, they could get Dragon and Grubs with the Akali, but I'm noticing him roaming towards the bot side.
And you very rarely see all this pressure coming down onto the bot side when Grubs have spawned. I think there is a bit of a concern.
Grand Starfall right into the Pop Blossom is not awesome. And Guan ends up falling, but it is a trade of 1 for 1, even as Awesome takes a huge chunk out of the tower. ZDZ is now looking for a pick up topside as Hoya does flash, but still gets hit by the knockup. Xiaohao is here, and it should turn into a kill. Hoya's actually completely accepted his fate. He uses the ult simply to clear the wave, shove it under tower, so he loses the minimum.
The tier 1 and just dies. He takes multiple turret shots and is not able to survive. You lose the topside play because Xiaohao is free to make it. It's 2v1, and they get Grubs off of that.
Terrifying at any point in the game with her ability to burst you down.
Hey, you definitely don't want to give too much gold over to the Trist, but even in the play that you commit every resource to getting gold onto the Trist for, you give a kill to Kai'Sa. And I don't really feel better about the kill being on Kai'Sa than I do on Tristana if I am... Oh no, Care!
Steps up one step too many. You could tell Angel saw him walk out and went, I'm sorry, my brother, you are dead. Now, or at least with the next one, NIP could very quickly snowball their objectives into the point where EDG have no choice but to take a disadvantaged team fight.
Helpful for this comp, centered around a Leona and a Pantheon that need to go in. Overall, Pyjamas right now, In some danger,
Goes flashing on Perugia. He finds him. Grenstar falls in as well. Guan wants the stun, is going to get it. Managing to hit that max range, and Perugia will fall. That is the second time that Guan ults specifically to bully the support. But if he keeps doing it, it's going to turn into gold.
Yeah, I mean, gold is gold. Like, you'll take anyone at this point in terms of being able to get resources back, especially because they're going on awesome. The trade, Leave!
Leave is confident, but Leave gets pushed back. Shwo may be able to take him down. Cleanse comes out, but Leave is an auto away from death. Awesome wants that kill, but he steps up right next to the Ornn who's just come in. ZDZ does not hit the knockup. Xiaohao is down here. ZDZ still looking for Awesome. 1 HP on this Tristana. Can anyone touch him? Xiaohao cannot. Angel is here a little bit too late. NIP, they lose nothing, but they pick up Leave, who goes for the style points.
Pressure them out here. Rift Herald should be pretty free for EDG to take to continue their lead, and you know, as much as we can criticize EDG for not utilizing their resources perfectly, NIP also not exactly taking their macro advantage that they should have from that Pantheon and utilizing it well.
In a team fight equalizer just yet. They need one now. NIP,
here we go.
Look for the engage. Solar Flare is completely wide, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a complete miss, and this dragon is getting bursted down. You have to fight here.
Equalizer goes down. Dragon going to be secured by Xiaohao, who flashes out, but the fight going EDG's way as well has taken NIP by surprise. Hoya turns things around and is cooking them, but Care flashing away with Hoya, who gets knocked up immediately. Still has Awesome in the mid lane, who cannot engage the fight. EDG, they get the Dragon, and they get the team fight win.
Step up and continue carrying for EDG.
Yeah, Awesome still feeling very comfortable as well. Grand Starfall, surprise, surprise. It's right on top of Leave. The problem, however, is that Guan is not in a good spot. He's nowhere right now, and likely means he is going down. Xiaohao is going to expend the second turn of the Cyclone to take him out, and that play comes up donuts.
It's here. It's unfortunate. Leave just gets hit by the Leona ultimate and just gets bursted down and killed. You know, not an ideal circumstance for Leave. Certainly not something that's out of what we expect from him, but overall, just some chaos across the map.
To be messed with. Hoya's shown up as well. Equalizer in tow. They actually could still finish this kill, but Angel manages to avoid a lot of the vision. Hoya's still looking for him. Equalizer going to be laid out for Xiaohao, however. Perugia is coming in. Pop Blossom does only hit Hoya, but there is a CC train coming for you, and Hoya gets taken down. Awesome now desperately trying to disengage, and NIP over Chase in a huge way.
Obviously, the Nico has had some nice ultimates, also had some moments dying in multiple different areas, as we saw in that picture-in-picture, but for now, it's Leave taking the mid lane turret. It's a 5k gold lead, and everything's kind of coming up EDG right now.
Yeah, the team fight's looking pretty darn good for EDG, and Xiaohao being 3-0. Again, this time, no flash for Awesome. Worrying, but acceptable. Eclipse is going to help a lot as the second dragon goes over to EDG, and NIP, they want to pick the fight, they don't want to pick the fight, they halfway pick the fight, and EDG walk away with dragon and 2 kills to boot. I've seen this story before. Sorry to harass it either. It is going to be a Baron going over on top of the 6.3k gold lead. This will likely extend it up to 8 by the time that EDG are done with it. In fact, we're almost there to begin with. Define EDG right now, and it is looking extremely good for them as they take down the top lane tier 2 and look to crack open the base. Angel's able to put that pressure on all by himself, while Care just trying to find a little bit of gold here and there. Awesome gets Pop Blossom. It's the 3rd CC to hit him in the last 2 seconds. Leave tries to take a bit of an engage and might still go down to Guan, but flashes over the wall as Care follows him up and takes out the kill. It's actually not a terrible fight right now, 1 for 1.
Yeah, definitely could have been worse. You know, I thought that was going to be worse for a majority of that fight. They find the pick onto Awesome, and then they find the re-engage here. Could even be more. Angel's still here.
Here. Why Angel is here? I don't know. But here he is. And there he'll go, you have to imagine. Every flash from Angel? Hold on! He's a legend. Angel gets out. Now EDG are here, and they can absolutely fight this. Perugia just playing backline right now, enabling the 2 bruisers. I'm going to call Ornn a bruiser. Double kill ends up going their way, and Xiaohao extending this to 6-0, likely 7-0, as Care has absolutely nowhere to go. Last hit will do it. 7-0 for Xiaohao on the Monkey, and Angel teleports right back in to finish what he started.
My man Xiaohao and his boy Angel stepped up here in this game. 4K apiece for them in terms of their lead over their opposition. What a bounce back in game 2 from a team that needed to show a ton more than they did in game 1. This went just about as well as you could have hoped.
Yeah, Shuo's got nothing he can do here. It is an easy game to finish, and Awesome does correctly buffer the rocket jump, but that has been far from the most important thing this game. NIP fell apart at the seams in game number 2, and EDG, they keep the series alive, moving us to game 3.
We both get one game with our least favorite champions in the game. It's understandable how this ends up going down, but hopefully, you know, we'll see how it goes. Your Leona game was pretty good as a Leona hater.
That's true, that's true. Ooh.
Rukia.
Does actually spot Xiaohao, flashes on top of Shuo. That's going to be a kill. That's going to be first blood for EDG. Diego, he can't do this dragon.
There you go.
I'm just, yeah. This is pay to win, by the way.
Yeah, you know, I guess we can make the promise for now. We'll see if that ends up working out for Guan. It's not looking good right now. We'll see if that pay to win ends up working out for him. For now, though, Leave getting chunked out.
Going to solve everything. I will note, Xiaohao has hit level 6, and Care does not know he's there. There it is, level 6, and absolutely no chance to play League of Legends. Have a nice day. Care and Guan could link up. Realm Warp gets channeled, and in we go. Right on top of Perukia. Ult to start things off immediately. Shoves Perukia back, chunking Leave to half HP. Perukia's low, 300 HP left. A big one connects. One more auto from Awesome does it. And he will survive the subsequent tower shot. Guan, however, still on the hunt, has Leave in front of him, but this time, Guan still choosing not to invest the flash. Take a look at the top side, though, and it's not like EDG got nothing. Xiaohao, he knows, control ward already lets Angel have full certainty that he's able to pop anybody who walks up to the brush. It's not... I actually don't mind this from NIP. It is tough to give up the dragon, but I think they tried. They didn't quite get the positioning. It's better to give it up than fight for it. EDG setting up vision around the Rift Herald. That's the next thing they've got on, especially knowing that they are in a very powerful position. The ult from Angel, never meant to kill, but is meant to make Hoya reset. However, Xiaohao stepping up a little too far. He has Perukia on the way, but will they take Xiaohao down first? Yes, they will. Reset comes in from Viego, who's right on top of Angel. Remember, no ult on the Malzahar. This is Guan on Viego. A double kill for him at 14 minutes into the game, and we are off to the races. That is why he picked this champion.
An unbelievable mistake from EDG. They feel like they can burst down the Renekton with the Malzahar ultimate into what I presume is Nocturne diving. Rift Herald for free, and NIP continue to make their comeback in this game.
It's working out for them. They've swung the gold lead that was against them now for them. It's a nice change up for the NIP roster. ZDZ, I don't think, could physically care less about that tower. That's like 200 HP max, surely.
Surely. Yes, it was very close. They'll, you know, send some resources mid lane as we can see to pick that up. Awesome gonna step up with that minion wave, and it will eventually fall. Dragon as well going to the side of NIP. They are on Soul Point. It is Cloud Soul, and as we've talked about before, Cloud Soul and Ryze combination is pretty good, but ZDZ looks like he might be the target.
Oh, it's the boys. The boys are walking up on ZDZ. And unfortunately, even Cassante is going to have a rough go of this one. In comes the Mega Death Rocket, hits Shuo, but ZDZ, never a chance in the world. Not against that.
Hold up on Care. One good ultimate onto a priority target, especially Guan, can really change this fight.
Angel Flash, Angel Flash! In comes the Nocturne ult, and this Corki will not survive the night.
Well, it wasn't Guan, but it was a pretty good target as we find that pick that we were looking for. And they're pushing for even more.
The best way to get there. It is a gold injection that brings us to dead even. And now just a little bit ahead. Oh, no.
His objectives for the other Baron is certainly the prize on the map right now, even for Soul Point. But teleport's coming mid lane here from the Malzahar. They want to full invest in this fight and set up as much as they can.
Both ults, again, off cooldown, but this time
Oh,
Hoya's
Hoya.
got a flank. Perukia does stymie the
Leaves
engage,
dead.
but it does not save Leave's life as Care flashes over the wall to finish him off. One's finally entering the fight from the back line, but an all-out separates Care from the rest of the squad. He gets locked down. ZDZ gets ulted on, but still manages to survive. The Cassante is unkillable as Zhuo flashes over the wall. Finally, ZDZ will fall in NIP's death ball. It's effective.
Just on the precipice of being able to push the game forward, but it's Leave this time who gets caught just like he has in the first couple of games.
Rightly know that they can start this whenever they want. Angel and Xiaohao gonna face
here we
check
go.
and immediately get pushed back. Out comes the Nami wave. Perukia is caught. Perukia is the sacrifice. He goes down, and EDG can do nothing about it.
There's just no way to walk into darkness like this. You called it a death ball. The death is for EDG right now because they are just getting absolutely destroyed having to try and check where NIP are. Baron's gonna get started up. The Rocket just used to get vision on how far they are into it. They have to walk up and try and stop this, but it's gonna go down quickly and they're down a man.
Look out for Awesome's positioning. Angel on the side. The ZDZ gets CC'd into oblivion. This is another situation where EDG are playing sort of the spectator sport right now. They walk up on NIP, they can die. And that goes for Awesome as much as it goes for Guan.
Definitely, here we
Flash.
go.
And the combo lands. That's the pick. And it's Leaf getting excited as well. A decent amount of damage lands, but EDG expended a lot for that. They've got to make it work. Hoya still frontlining. The hero for the team right now as ZDZ goes lower. Care looks for the kill. Doesn't quite finish off ZDZ, but the pick going in EDG's favor is the victory for them. This out. Awesome. Gonna have to land at least a bit of damage. Baron's already halfway down. Guan wants to go in. He might just walk into a Malzahar ultimate off this. The easiest way to deny. Baron is going to go over to EDG. Nocturne ult comes out. The lights are off, and ZDZ goes in with Xiaohao to shut down Guan. Hoya lucky to get out alive. EDG get the Baron and a kill, and in the meantime, NIP don't even get the Dragon.
With this Baron buff, they have completely turned the game around. NIP are retreating. They will be able to pick this up. Everyone is online. It's a 3-item Jinx. Angel is extremely accelerated. And yeah, the Baron and the trigger pull by Angel with the flash ult onto Guan in the mid lane to get that 1,000 gold shutdown was also massive. EDG now using their Baron buff on the top side of the map. We can see the split push going on.
Watch you get separated. Angel could look for it. We've also got Nocturne ult available, but the towers are just the easier objective right now. Care steps a little too far forward. EDG should be able to deny this. Super Mega Death Rocket forces NIP out of the mid lane, but it is towards the Baron. Do they make the same call as EDG? The timing not going to be there as Dragon gets finished off. And NIP... This is a good move. Leaf has just finished his 5th item, so it's a small but notable power spike for Leaf. Baron half HP. Guan is going to have to get into the pit somehow, be it ult, be it flash. We've already got an ult going down by Angel. Immediately they collapse on Awesome, who gets deleted. But inside the pit, Guan finishes off the Baron. EDG, they get the team fight. Zhuo was the last one to go down. 2 members left, still alive for NIP. The Baron theirs, but I don't... The game might just be out.
They don't care about the Baron. They want the Nexus. They are charging down the mid lane. Guan's trying to pull this wave. It doesn't matter. They don't need the wave right now. They've got a Cassante. They are taking down these turrets, this inhibitor. The death timers are too long. This is going to be game.
Care can't do much. Sat underneath tower with an Alistar looking at his face as well. He goes golden for a second, but EDG ignore him. Jinx gets excited. Leave is ready to finish this game, and Guan on the Viego can do nothing but watch from the Guardian Angel as the base will explode along with his face, sending EDG to a win in this best of 3.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.